The tail broke off and tumbled down the runway at 200 plus miles an hour with people in it. The airplane was in a cartwheeling motion because the engine on the left wing is now running at maximum power, like a pinwheel. It's just causing the airplane to rotate because the engine's pushing it around. When the tail broke off, the airplane is much heavier forward, so the airplane is now coming up in the air like a seesaw that somebody got off. What seemed like an eternity was in fact 30 minutes before we were found. Our engineer, Dudley DeWark, was able to get his hand up through some wreckage, and somehow he drew attention to somebody driving by. The guy said, "What is this?" "It's the cockpit. There's 4 of us in here." The Air National Guard brought over a huge forklift truck with chains and tried to lift it so that the fire rescue people could climb underneath and cut us out of our seats and get us out of there. The cockpit had become so dismembered that it was basically a pile of trash. Whenever they lifted us with chains, it compacted us in tighter. We'd scream in pain because it just made it worse, so they put you back down and then try to rearrange chains. I felt a hand just tap me on the chest. "Don't worry, buddy, I got you. You're going to be fine. We got you." And salvation. The next day, a friend of mine got together a twin-engine airplane and got my youngest son, Brian, and my wife to Sioux City. Asked for me, and they said, "Well, he's in intensive care." No, there's got to be some mistake. We were told he had a broken arm and skinned up. That's true, he has all those injuries, but we almost lost him last night, and he's not out of the woods yet. She looked at me, and I opened my eyes, and I saw her looking back at me, and she said, "Hi, I'm here. I love you. We can do this. Not you can do this, you poor slob. We can do this." The soulmate of mine was not going to let me go down. I said, "Honey, I need to know 2 things." And she said, "What is it?" And I said, "Did I make the runway?" Because our salvation was at that runway. I had to get this airplane on that runway. That's where the emergency people were. That's where the response capability was. That's where the trained personnel were. It meant everything to me. That runway was absolutely critical. And she said, "Yes, you made the runway."